Okay, so for the PhotoCube assignment, essentially what I've done is I've made a template. So all you need to do is basically drag and drop your images to the template. Again, this should be done on a computer, one of our Macs here. So obviously not everybody can do it at the same time. But when there's a free computer, you can just jump on and do it. So if you go to the PhotoCube assignment and you click this link, you'll find that it opens up a template. So it's a PSD template, which means it's a Photoshop document. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to download it, and I'm just going to open it with Photoshop CS4. Okay, it downloads fairly quickly, and you can see there, obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just drag and drop your images into the correct spot. You might get an error saying something is missing. Okay, just give me a second here. Huh. Have to change my view so you guys can see my screen here. All right, so now I should have this in Photoshop. So I'm kind of giving you a crash course in Photoshop. When this opens, you can make this bigger or smaller by hitting Command plus or Command minus. So that'll make it easier to see. I like to have it kind of this size, and that you'll see why in a minute. I'm just gonna minimize this. Depending on where you get your pictures, some of you may have already posted your pictures to your blog, so you might have to go to your blog, right click on them, save them. For example, if I wanted this picture, say this was one of your pictures, right click, save image as, you might want to rename it to what it is and save it to your desktop. I already have mine saved to the desktop, so I don't need to do that. So now what we want to do is we want to start getting these images in these picture holders. I'm just going to close that, move it. Here are my images right here. So I'm going to select them all. I'm going to right click on them. Some of your computers might not have right click, so if you're trying to right click and nothing's happening, if you go up to the little apple, go to System Preferences, click on the mouse, and then make sure that this secondary button says secondary, not primary. Okay, that's one thing I've noticed on some of those computers. Okay, so again, we're going to select all those, right click, open with Photoshop CS4. You're going to see them all pop up, and I'm going to need to separate them from my template. So I'm just going to drag one off. You're going to see it's pretty big, so I'm going to just hit Command minus. That's one of my first images, and all I need to do is grab my Move tool. So my Move tool is right here, the top one. I'm just going to drag it onto my image, and obviously it's not the right size. It's too big. So I'm going to put the top left-hand corner in the top left-hand corner. You're going to see it kind of snaps in the correct space. But now I need to resize it. So the easiest way to do that is with a keyboard shortcut. If you hit Command and then T at the same time, you're going to get these little nodes. And that way, if you grab the corner one, you should be able to grab it and drop it. And it should fit the right spot. Remember, these are square images. If they're not a square image and you try to do that, it's going to skew your image. It's going to like squish it together, and you don't want that. So this one's perfect, ready to go. For us to get rid of all these little squares, all we need to do is hit enter, and you see those go away. And now I'm just going to close that. It might ask if you want to save. I'm just going to hit no. Who knows what this is? Yeah, it's a picture of a bottle from the top. So I'm going to drag that one off, and then again with my Move tool, I'm going to just click and drag. Again, image is too big. So I'm going to put the top right hand corner in the top right hand corner, hit Command T, and again we don't want to squish it, but because it was a square image already, it fits perfectly in my 4x4 cube. Then I'm just going to hit OK or Enter, sorry. Close this one. Click on another image, pull it off, drag it over. Okay, and then put the corner in the top corner of this one, Command T. Okay, that one's good, hit Enter. Close it, and just continue on. There we go. Command T, resize it, Enter. And I made these just a little bit bigger than the actual boxes we're working with so that you have a little bit of overhang. Okay, drag this one off, click, drag, move it, Command T. If you need to find the screen, like for example, I can't see the bottom, I'm just going to hit Command minus, and it's going to make the screen a little bit bigger, and now I can grab that node there and hit Enter. So close that. Last one, drag it off, drag it on the image, put it in the right spot, Command T, resize it, hit Enter, there you go. So now I'm done. But essentially what I want you to do is we're all going to be putting these on a thumb drive so I can print them off for you. So for my own sanity and to make sure I get them to the right place, I'm going to just click on this little brush here, and with a color, it doesn't matter, it kind of picks whatever color is here. I'm just going to write my name. You might even want to write period 1 or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Again, that's not going to affect anything. It's not touching my images. It's all good. So now, essentially, what I'm done. So I want to be able to get this to me. So what I'll do is I'll go File, Save As, and instead of PhotoCube template, I might just put my first and last name, and I might put period 1. And then where do you want to save it? I'm going to save it to my desktop. And I'm just going to quit Photoshop. And this is a very messy desktop, but we see it right here. So it'll be Markobay P1.psd. Do not delete that PSD, that's very important. And then you're just going to grab the thumb drive that I'll provide for you. You'll transfer it on the thumb drive, and then I'll print it off. And that's it.